Our Earth, a cradle of life, is warming. This is not a natural cycle. This is a crisis. We are seeing the consequences unfold before our very eyes. Glaciers are melting at an alarming rate, causing sea levels to rise. Heat waves are becoming more frequent and intense, scorching our lands. Extreme weather events like floods and droughts are wreaking havoc across the globe. The scientific evidence is undeniable. Our planet is heating up, and human activities are the primary culprit. We are at a tipping point, and the time to act is now. The future of our planet, and indeed our very survival, depends on the choices we make today. This is not a problem for future generations to solve. It demands our immediate attention. We must act now to protect our shared home. The primary driver of this unprecedented warming is the increase in greenhouse gases in our atmosphere. These gases, like carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, trap heat from the sun, much like the glass roof of a greenhouse. While these gases occur naturally and are essential for life, human activities have significantly increased their concentration in the atmosphere, leading to an enhanced greenhouse effect, trapping more heat and warming the planet. Scientist media, fossil fuel emissions, coal oil gas pollution. Our reliance on fossil fuels, coal, oil, and natural gas is the single largest contributor to this problem. Burning these fuels for energy, transportation, and industry releases massive amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Deforestation, the clearing of forests for agriculture, logging, and other purposes, further exacerbates the issue. Trees act as carbon sinks, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. When we cut down forests, we not only remove these vital carbon absorbers, but also release the stored carbon back into the atmosphere, contributing to the greenhouse effect. The consequences of our actions are far-reaching and devastating. Rising temperatures disrupt weather patterns, leading to more frequent and severe heat waves, droughts, and floods. These extreme weather events threaten food security, displace communities, and cause widespread damage. Concerned citizen melting glaciers and ice sheets contribute to rising sea levels, putting coastal communities at risk of flooding and erosion. The warming of our oceans leads to coral bleaching, disrupting marine ecosystems and threatening the livelihoods of people who depend on them. The increasing concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is also causing ocean acidification, making it more difficult for marine organisms, such as corals, oysters, and plankton, to build their shells and skeletons. This disruption to the delicate balance of marine ecosystems has cascading effects throughout the food chain, impacting the health of our oceans and the countless species that rely on them.
The challenges we face are daunting, but we must not lose hope.
There are solutions within our reach, and each one of us has a role to play in reversing this dangerous trend.
We can transition to cleaner and more sustainable sources of energy, such as solar, wind, and geothermal.
By reducing our dependence on fossil fuels, we can significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions.
We must also protect and restore our forests, allowing them to continue their vital role as carbon sinks.
Planting trees, reducing deforestation, and promoting sustainable forestry practices can make a significant difference.
Embracing energy efficiency in our homes, businesses, and transportation systems is another crucial step.
By using less energy, we can reduce our carbon footprint and contribute to a more sustainable future.
Transitioning to a more sustainable food system is also critical.
Reducing meat consumption, promoting plant-based diets, and supporting sustainable agriculture practices can lessen the environmental impact of our food choices.
Agriculture, particularly livestock production, is a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, deforestation, and water pollution.
By adopting more sustainable agricultural practices, such as reducing meat consumption, promoting plant-based diets, and supporting regenerative agriculture, we can minimize the environmental footprint of our food system.
Reducing, reusing, and recycling are essential steps in minimizing waste and conserving resources.
By embracing a circular economy, we can reduce the demand for new products, conserve natural resources, and minimize pollution.
Education and awareness are paramount in this global effort.
We must understand the science of climate change, its causes, and its consequences.
We must also be aware of the solutions available to us and the role each individual can play in implementing them. The fate of our planet rests on our collective action.
We must demand action from our leaders, urging them to implement policies that promote sustainability, reduce emissions, and protect our environment.
We must hold corporations accountable for their environmental impact, encouraging them to adopt sustainable practices and reduce their carbon footprint.
Every individual has a role to play in this endeavor.
By making conscious choices in our daily lives, using less energy, consuming responsibly, and advocating for change, we can collectively make a difference.
The future of our planet depends on our willingness to act, to change our ways, and to embrace a more sustainable path forward.
We must act now with urgency and determination to preserve our planet for future generations.